What is going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. In this one we're going to be installing a gearbox onto our 47cc engine back here. I'm also going to give that performance clutch a try. So let's get started. It's very hot outside today, about 95 degrees. That's why we're going to be doing this install inside, and then we'll take the engine out and run it again when it's a little bit cooler. But I said that about the clutch because I'm not positive what makes this the performance version, I guess. Springs are definitely larger, more beefier, most likely stiffer. That could definitely be one of the points, but the whole design of it is different as well. Maybe you guys have more info. I know that this can change the balancing of the engine too, but I'm going to be giving it a try. I've had it sitting around for a bit, and yeah, we might as well. Before we install that clutch though, here's the gearbox that I was talking about. I got it in the mail this week, and here's the commenter that brought it to my attention in the last video. And I more or less thought that these were just for basically a different mounting on different style bikes, since the gear is, you know, located in a different spot than the stock version, which I'll show in a second here. But these in fact add a gearing to automatic bike, which is pretty cool, and we're gonna open it up right now. Like I said, this adds a gear ratio to the bike, and it's gonna be difficult to show the benefits on the engine run stand. This is gonna be an on-bike benefit for sure, but I've got the screws off of it and I'm about to open it up. So this is the inside of it. Gives you a better idea of what's going on here. Definitely not the greatest build quality by any means. There's some obvious slack in that chain, which isn't great, but is what it is. This is what works for my bike, and yeah, this gives you an idea of what is going on here, and hopefully we'll increase our acceleration with this thing on there and maintain the higher speeds better. And there was a channel out there on YouTube that was showing this completely degreased. They were also trying to promote their own gearbox, so definitely not the case, at least for mine. There's definitely grease on there. I thought it was a little bit suspicious because they were trying to promote their own, which was obviously fully greased up. But yeah, guys, definitely fully greased up. And I would recommend definitely opening it up before you install it on the bike, just to make sure everything is greased up and looks like it's in working order. Hopefully it's not too annoying, but I do ask a lot of questions in these videos just for the hopes that different people have different answers and know different things about these engines. But someone mentioned that they noticed pretty bad leaking around the exhaust right here on the muffler. Is there any way I could improve that? Would wrapping it improve that? This is basically one solid piece. It's a little bit different than the stock design, which has the pin and everything in here. This is all solid. I did try to twist this, and it does twist and everything. Obviously, that's why there's a leak, but what would you recommend to kind of eliminate any leaking out of this pipe? This is pretty much the only area right here. Anyways, guys, I forgot we were doing an install. You're going to start by removing the one screw on the center of the clutch here. If you have an impact gun, definitely pull that out for this one. It's the easiest way to get this bolt off. To remove the clutch, I'm going to be using a clutch puller. You guys can probably rent this around your area. There's a few different places that do rent them, but it's just the easiest way to get this off, and that's why I'm going to be using it. If you don't have access to this, there are some ways to pry it, but you'll see in a minute here that it is very tight on there, and just this is the best tool that you're going to be able to use. I actually own one, so I didn't have to rent one, but you can rent them. So those clutch pull breaks can be pretty intense sometimes. I haven't had one that bad, but we did manage to get it off with no damage. And something I just noticed with the new clutch is it has a keyway slot. The stock one doesn't. So I'm not sure what key they expect you to use for this. I did just try the flywheel side key, but because I had one of those laying around, just the stock one, but no luck. It seems like it's too big and it would damage it if I just, you know, jammed it in there. So maybe you guys have some information on that. Again, the stock one doesn't, so there shouldn't be a key required for this one, but a little bit strange. Now you can just go ahead and put the new clutch on and go ahead and screw that bolt back on. Same way it comes off, we're just going to be using the impact gun again. And that's going to be it for the clutch, guys. It's really easy besides actually pulling it off, and hopefully it's balanced though, so let's move on to the gearbox next. One thing to note is if you do go for this setup, you will need longer bolts. As you can see, pretty long to actually mount this one up. These are the stock bolts, so yeah, I had to run out and buy some new bolts. Other than that note, it's pretty much just a bolt-up add-on. No skill required. I would also recommend cross-tightening this add-on. Alright guys, so I think we're all set to finally fire up the engine again. Make sure that gear is turning, so let's get it started. Forgot about that air filter flying off, vibrating off, I should say. Better grab that. So it seems like it runs good, guys. That gear is turning, and yeah, I didn't really notice anything more as far as vibration goes, but it's hard to tell not being on a bike and sitting on it and everything. But I think the tune is really nice on it. It idles really good, and I don't have to give it a little bit of throttle anymore just to keep it going. So that's ideal, obviously. But I hope you guys enjoyed this install video and kind of discussion video. Stay tuned. I'm gonna make a how to break in a 47cc engine, go through all the tips and tricks that I know. Leave some suggestions down below too. I'll use them in the video and shout you out. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.